How you doing, Josh?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. It's good to see you. Welcome to the long road.
Thanks. Yeah.
How's the UK trip been so far?
It's been a long road.
Yeah.
No, it's been great, man. Um, it's been really fun, and we've just been in the van and traveling around and joking around. They were watching an Alan Partridge movie in the back on the way here.
Nice.
I couldn't see it. I was hurting in the front seat. So yeah, something about a hostage DJ or I don't know.
Sounds interesting. But I want to know about this Indian restaurant in Carlisle.
Oh man, it was so good. My steel player snuck some video of him. This dude, like, it was it. We looked it up on the internet and it had like good reviews, like four, like 4.5 out of 5 stars. And we thought, well, let's stop there. We could do a good curry and. We got there and we were the only people in there. And you could kind of tell that we were the only people that had been in there all night. And we sat down and the dude comes up and he's clearly the owner and the chef. And he comes to take our order and Bob, our bass player, just ordered like his favorite thing that he likes to order, and the guy's like, no. And he just proceeded to basically just tell us what we were gonna get. I got to choose whether I wanted white or red meat,
Right.
but I was gonna ask him to do that anyway, so that was my plan. I was looking at the menu going, I don't know, there's no butter chicken on here, so just whatever you want.
It seems to be, it was cooked well enough because you're still here and you've survived.
Dude,
so.
it was good. Like, that guy was not messing around. And if I'm anywhere near Carlisle ever again,
Yeah.
I don't care if I'm hungry or not, I'm going to that
You're gonna be
place.
there. You're going to be his one and only customer. I like
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But anyway, speaking about music, your story is pretty fascinating. I mean, going from being an 8-year-old fiddle player to being the mayor of Lower Broad. Tell us about it and that transition, and give us a bit of the backstory.
Yeah, I asked my parents for a fiddle at 3. Asked again at 8 and got one. And I started taking classical lessons first, and my teacher knew I wanted to play fiddle, so she would learn tunes, little fiddle tunes, and teach them to me. And then I started teaching myself a little once I figured out how to do it, how to play a little bit, and by 10 I was in the bars. And by 12 I was like professional every weekend. And I kind of went as far as I could go in Florida. Did as much as I could do, so I saved up some money. After high school I bummed around for a year, and then I moved to Nashville and started playing downtown pretty soon after that. And yeah, I think at one point in my 20s, I think I was like 24 or something, I was playing 14 shifts a week downtown, which is,
That's ridiculous.
they're 4-hour shifts, and that's like over 50 hours of music. I would do what's called a triple. I did that a couple times a week, where it was, you played from, I would play from 2 p.m. till 2 a.m.
Wow. That's
Just
pretty hardcore.
play 4 hours, pack up, go across the street, set up, play 4 hours, pack up, go back across the street, set
That's
up.
incredible. That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it gets your chops up real good. So,
So how did the partnership with Third Man Records come about? How did they spot you? And
well, I knew Jack. I'd worked with him before on a couple of the Blue Series 7 inches, and I was touring in Australia, and I had nothing to sell at the merch table. And I mean, Australians can be kind of rough on a person. And they gave me so much grief about not having any merch. So, or I had merch, but I didn't have any records because they're expensive.
Yeah.
They cost a lot of money to make.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I figured I had 4 songs ready to go. And I was just like, well, I'm going to book the studio time and I'll worry about how I pay for it later. And I did that, and I pressed them up over there with, I called in some favors, got some money lent, and pressed them up and sold them, and one ended up in Ben Swank's hands at Third Man Records, and he played it for Jack. Ben and I have known each other for years, and he only really knew me as a fiddle player, and he was like, man, I had no idea. And I was like, I don't know. But yeah, he gave one to Jack, and Jack listened to it and offered me a contract.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And here we are with your new album, Mr. Jukebox, out there, which has been welcomed with open arms by the traditional country fan base.
Yeah.
So you must have been pretty overwhelmed by how it's gone down.
It's kind of crazy. I didn't really know what to expect because, the throwback thing is kind of in vogue right now, or getting there. But most people they go back as far as like the Waylon and Willie 70s outlaw thing, the Billy Joe Shaver stuff. And I don't know, I like that stuff a lot. But I wanted to do something different. And at the time I was listening to Waylon and Willie, but it was 60s stuff, the pre-beard, pre-braids, pompadours and string sections, and I love that sound so much, that real Chet Atkins, Owen Bradley, Nashville sound stuff, and I wanted to make a record like that, and I mean nobody else was doing that, so I figured I was about to really tap in to an untapped market, or I was going to find out real fast why nobody was doing it.
Yeah.
It worked out, though.
In terms of the mainstream country radio fault, it's not the kind of style that's necessarily going to get mainstream play. Is that a frustrating thing for you at all?
Nah, I don't really care if it gets any radio play. I just want to write and play and make records and travel the country or travel the world, I'm not trying to buck the system or anything, I don't really give a shit. I'm just here to play country music, and I got no problems with mainstream radio. If they want to play my stuff, then they can go ahead and play it.
Yeah.
I'll
Makes no difference.
Yeah. No.
But are you always kind of songwriting all the time and looking towards the next project? Have you got something already in the works, or looking ahead?
We got something in the can already, ready to go. Be coming out in the next few months. Hint, hint. I'm writing. I'm writing for the next record. Hopefully that happens sooner than later.
Awesome. We look forward to that. Josh, enjoy your time at the Long Road. I've got to let you go because we were on a pretty tight schedule, but.
I saw my press schedule for today. I was like,
pretty crazy.
Jeez.
Enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy the festival, and we'll catch up very, very soon, hopefully.
Yeah, man.
Nice one. Cheers.